Well, Mila is a sweetheart. She's just lovely inside and out, and we've had nothing but the best time together. We've become really close friends. We hang out with our family, and she's a true team captain. You know what I mean? She's very giving. She's empowering. She's encouraging. She's always there if you need her, and that energy commands a set. You know, when you have a star who's so giving and he looks out or she looks out, it transforms a set. It becomes just a great experience, and it's always been like that. So those 4 months that we shoot always seem to sort of fly by because we're having such a good time. And I've had other experiences, you know, where the star wasn't, you know, that giving, and it's not the greatest experience.
Did she ever sing?
Oh, of course.
And make you close?
We sing. That's right. We sing. We record these little videos while we're waiting for the next shot. And we have a great time. It's not really work. You know, it's really a lot of.
What did you do with the videos? Did you post them?
Some of them she posted against my will. The ones where I was naked and she posted. Others we kept amongst ourselves, shared with the family. But she's a true. What is it called? She plays little tricks on you. So absolutely, she's a prankster.
And what about Michelle?
Oh, Michelle, she's hysterical. Michelle's great. Her personality is one of a kind. You know, she's very strong. She's very stoic, but then she has these random facts about stuff that you've never heard before. she's like a walking encyclopedia of just random things that nobody would ever think about. So it's always fun to be around her because she quotes these authors and philosophers and starts these random discussions about things that completely come from like left wing. So we had a very eclectic group of people on this movie.
So speaking of, you know, you came back at the end of Afterlife. Can we expect to see you in the Arcadia battle scene, or are you sort of just watching it play out? If you can tell us that.
Oh, you mean at the end of 5?
Yeah, or no,
at the end of 4?
At the end of 4, right? You're in the.
Well, I'm up here in the tunnel, and I watch the you know,
the ships come in and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna have to see the movie. It's very interesting.
Have you seen the finished film yet?
I saw the rough cut. I haven't seen the finished. I can't wait to see it because it's so epic. It's like nothing you see.
Well, we were wondering, is it longer than the other ones? Is it like almost 2 hours? Is it because usually they're like 90 minutes?
Yeah, I think it is longer because there's so much more action.
Awesome.
There's a lot going on too.
There's a lot of. I mean, we had the best fight choreographer in the world, Nick Powell, and him and Paul worked so good together. And so you see a lot of ass kicking. Much more than the last one.
Was the last one your first time shooting in 3D? Because I think the last one was shot in 3D, right?
Yes.
So was it easier? Was it this time a little easier? Now more used to it?
It just takes longer for setups. In terms of acting or movement, there's nothing really you have to watch for.
Oh, that's cool.
Watch out about. But the outcome is so much more dramatic. It's incredible.
Yeah.
When you see it in the theater, the experience is amazing.
Awesome.
So how does that work then? If it takes so long to break down and set up each time, do they try to do more things in that given space while they have it all set up?
You know what? They have a lot of second unit stuff that you shoot. So, you know, usually when you're starring in a movie, you don't do a lot of second unit. But in Resident Evil, it doesn't work like that. You literally spend, Mila spend weekends, you know, shooting second unit because you want it to look great. Like I don't have a stunt guy. I did all my stunts myself, and just to give the director more opportunities to cut back and forth. And so we spend a lot of time shooting second unit.
Just for the people? So how would you explain what second unit is?
Okay, second unit is basically an additional camera team that records some of the stuff that the director might not have time to shoot himself. So there's a second unit director that shoots, you know, inserts. Like when I pick up my phone and you have an insert on the phone, it might be second unit, or a specific fight scene.
Okay.
And Nick Powell is like the guy. He did everything from Samurai to Braveheart, so he knows what he's doing. He's an unbelievable director. So he shot all of the fight stuff.
And first unit is almost always just principal. There's the principal photographer.
Yeah.
So that's Paul. Then,
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And then Paul, you know, on the weekends he went and shot some second unit stuff as well. So with Resident Evil, it's a team spirit thing. You know, you don't really. you try to do as much as you can, because we're all here for the same reason. We create the synergy and we want to make the movie as good as it can. So when somebody calls on you, you never say, "Oh, this is not my responsibility." You try to make it as good as it can be. So second and first one, whatever was necessary, we did.
Are there any stunts where you were like, I don't know if I want to do that?
There's a couple stunts where it was like, I got 2 kids.
I want some more.
Exactly. But and then you get hyped up too, because everybody else is doing it.
And you got all these other big guys, so there's probably a little bit of,
There's a lot of that.
Gotta step up.
Let me tell you, not just the big guys, but Mila.
But we always hear, wait, does she really do that many
stunts? When Mila is like jumping 20 feet in the air, we don't even want to be the guys saying like, I can't do it. So there was a lot of that going on.
So how long were you actually on set?
I was there the entire time. We were there training for 6 weeks, fight training, and then we shot for 4 months.
Wow.
So what does it feel like, after 3 films, obviously there's sort of a family feeling. What did it feel like coming into that? Obviously they were pretty welcoming, but how did you feel going into that kind of setting?
Well, it was basically Mila and Paul that make up the nucleus of that franchise. Again, we became fast friends, and they're such amazing people. They're so great that it was an instant sort of connection. There was never a moment where I felt out of place or anything. It really made me feel really, welcome at home. It was instant.
Is there a specific scene that you're excited
Hey there.
for? Good. Is there a certain scene that you're really excited for that you're really proud of? You can sort of dish on.
Let me see.
That you can, actually
The
share.
last time. The last time was the scene where I pulled the plane down.
That was
This one, let me see. There's a great fight scene that we have when we were sort of backed into a store on the Red Square in Moscow, and this whole sort of huge wall of zombies come at us, and it's just 3 of us in this little audio store, and we kick everybody's ass. There was a Uzi involved, and it was insane.
And you saw a rough cut of that already?
Nice.
Did you get any injuries at all?
Oh yeah. Overextended my knee twice. I got a squib in my arm. I still have that mark. The squibs that go off when you shoot. One caught me in my arm. Tons of bruises. I got 2 ribs bruised. You just take it.
Like any job.
Any office job.
Ours is very much the same.
Yeah, it's exactly the same.
Do you think that the success of Resident Evil has sort of spawned all these other video games turned movies that are coming up? There's Assassin's Creed.
I absolutely think so. Obviously, in this economy, in this market, you're dealing with, at least you want to target a global audience, and in order to get as many asses in the seats, you want to take advantage of an already built-in audience that comes with content. And video games are so huge now, and they're ever growing, that you can't ignore them anymore. So a lot of studios decide to do that. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Lovely.